I want you to picture the Monopoly man. You know, the rich little tycoon from the board game. Get a clear image in your head. He's got the top hat, the little cane, and a monocle, right? Wrong. He has never, ever had a monocle. Seriously, look it up. Okay, what about that iconic line from Star Wars? We all know it. Darth Vader leans in and says, "Luke, I am your father." Except he doesn't. The real line is, "No, I am your father." If you're feeling like your brain just short-circuited, you're not the only one. This is the Mandela Effect, and it's a bizarre phenomenon where millions of people share the exact same false memory. It leaves us with a deeply weird question. Are our brains just broken, or is something much, much stranger going on with the world itself? The whole thing got its name from a paranormal researcher, Fiona Broome. Back in 2009, she was at a conference when she discovered that she and tons of other people clearly remembered Nelson Mandela dying in prison in the 1980s. They remembered the news clips, the funeral, all of it. But that didn't happen. Nelson Mandela was released from prison in 1990, went on to become president of South Africa, and lived all the way until 2013. So what is going on here? This isn't just a couple of people getting a fact wrong. It's a collective misremembering on a massive scale, and it's created one of the wildest debates out there. In one corner, you have the brain glitch camp, the idea that this is all just a quirk of our messy, unreliable brains. And in the other corner, you have the universe glitch camp, the mind-blowing idea that we might be seeing evidence of parallel universes crashing into each other. So where's the glitch? Is it in our heads or in the very code of the cosmos? All right, let's start with the scientific, down-to-earth explanation, the one that doesn't require us to tear up the laws of physics. The brain glitch theory says the Mandela effect is basically a perfect storm of things we already know about psychology. First up is the simple fact that our memory is not a video camera. It's more like a creative storyteller. Every time you remember something, you're not just hitting play, you're rebuilding the memory from scratch. And in that process, errors slip in. Your brain fills in the gaps with things that feel right, even if they never happened. This isn't some rare defect. It happens constantly. Ever sworn you sent that email or turned off the coffee pot, only to find out you didn't? That's your brain getting creative. This ties into something called confabulation, where the brain, with no intention to lie, just invents details to make a memory feel more complete. Then you've got suggestibility. Our memories are surprisingly easy to influence. Hear a misquoted movie line enough times, and your brain can eventually adopt it as the real thing. Luke, I am your father, has been parodied and repeated so often that the wrong version has basically overwritten the original in our collective consciousness. Psychologists also talk about schema theory. Our brains love shortcuts. We have mental blueprints for how things should be. The Monopoly Man is a rich, old-timey character. A monocle just fits that picture, so our brain sketches one in. It makes sense. Same with the cereal Fruit Loops. A lot of people remember it as Fruit Loops because, well, that's how you're supposed to spell fruit. And now we have the ultimate amplifier for all these glitches, the internet. A single person's false memory can get blasted across the globe in seconds. When thousands of people jump in saying, "Wait, I remember that too," it creates a powerful feedback loop. It reinforces the idea that the memory must be real, turning a small mental error into a massive, shared conviction. The psychological take is neat and tidy. It tells us the Mandela effect isn't a cosmic mystery, but proof of just how fallible our own minds are. Okay, so that all makes sense. It's logical, it's scientific. And for a lot of people, it's just not that satisfying. Sure, it explains how we could misremember things, but it struggles to explain why millions of people, from different cultures, different generations, all misremember the exact same detail, in the exact same way. Why a monocle on the Monopoly Man and not, say, a different hat? Why the name of the Berenstain Bears and not some other random detail from the books? This is where the brain glitch explanation starts to feel a little thin for some. It feels like too much of a coincidence. And that leads us to a much bigger, wilder question. What if it's not our brains that are glitching? What if it's the universe? Now we're leaving the world of psychology and taking a leap into theoretical physics. The universe glitch theory says the Mandela Effect isn't a memory problem at all. It's proof that reality isn't as solid as we think. The most popular idea here is the multiverse, or parallel universes, drawing on the many worlds interpretation of quantum mechanics. This theory suggests that an infinite number of alternate realities are playing out alongside ours. So, in another universe, the Monopoly Man does have a monocle. In yet another, Nelson Mandela did die in prison. The theory goes that these timelines are somehow merging or bleeding into each other. We're living in one reality, but some of us are holding on to memories, a kind of residue from a different one. It's not a false memory, it's a real memory from a timeline we left behind. Quantum physics provides a strange sort of basis for this. The principle of superposition says a particle can be in many places at once until we look at it. Think of Schrödinger's cat. It's both alive and dead until you open the box. Some theorists wonder if that same weirdness could be happening on a massive cosmic scale, creating multiple histories that sometimes overlap. Then you have the even more sci-fi theories. Some people have pointed fingers at the Large Hadron Collider at CERN, speculating that smashing particles together at high energies could be creating tiny rips in space-time. There's no scientific backing for this, but the idea persists. Another theory points to the rise of AI. As algorithms curate more and more of our digital world, could they be unintentionally or even intentionally altering the historical record online, and by extension, our memories? And finally, you have the ultimate what if, the simulation hypothesis. If our reality is just a super advanced computer program, the Mandela Effect might just be a bug. Maybe a patch was released, but traces of the old code, our memories, are still lingering, causing these strange inconsistencies. Whether it's timeline hopping, a simulation bug, or something else entirely, the universe glitch theory makes a bold claim. Your memory isn't broken, reality is. So we're left with two huge competing explanations. On one side, the brain glitch. Its biggest strength. It's based on solid established science. We know for a fact that memory is flawed. We have mountains of research on confabulation and suggestibility. This theory is straightforward and doesn't ask us to believe in the impossible. Its biggest weakness, though, is that it just can't seem to fully explain the incredible specificity and consistency of these shared memories. On the other side, the universe glitch. Its greatest strength is that it does explain that specificity. It validates the gut feeling of millions who are certain their memory is correct. It's a grand, epic explanation that's incredibly compelling. But its weakness is massive. There is zero testable proof that parallel universes are real and interacting with ours. For most scientists, it remains pure speculation. So we're stuck between a plausible, boring truth and a fascinating, unprovable fiction. One story says we are flawed, the other says the universe is. Ultimately, the Mandela Effect is like a perfect mirror. It reflects back at us the known, complex, and fascinating flaws in how our brains work. But it also reflects our deepest curiosity about the cosmos and whether there's more to reality than what we see. Are we just biological computers, prone to the same errors over and over? Or are we part of a universe that's far stranger than we can possibly imagine? The real answer might be one of these, or it might be something we haven't even thought of yet. For now, it's one of the most captivating mysteries of our time. But I want to know what you think. Where do you land on this? Are we all just experiencing a massive brain glitch? Or have you seen evidence of a universe glitch? What's the one Mandela effect that you absolutely cannot explain away? Let me know your own theories and stories down in the comments. This conversation is far from over. And if exploring mysteries like this lights you up, don't stop here. Hit that subscribe button and join the Reality Shifting Secrets community, where we question everything, explore the unknown, and dive deep into the truths hiding in plain sight. Thanks for watching.